Hi fam, welcome to a little effects, and today we will be talking about Wyckoff distribution. Wyckoff distribution. Right. In the previous video, I talked about Wyckoff accumulation. I tried to explain one or two things about it and how you can trade it. Right. So today we're talking about Wyckoff distribution. We'll be looking at how to trade it, and I've already explained most of the Wyckoff theory in the previous video, but the aim of this video is to explain how you can make the most out of it. Right. It's not just knowing that Wyckoff does this, Wyckoff does that. We want to know how we can apply this to our trading and make profits from it. Right. So let's go into the business of the day. So if you can look at your Google, right, see what a Wyckoff distribution looks like. This is accumulation. This is the previous video I made, Wyckoff accumulation. Right, so Wyckoff distribution also has its own diagram, its own faces, and all of that. So this is what basically looks like. You can see after an uptrend, you want to see this pattern form, this PSY, your BS, your BC, your ST, your AUT, your UTAT, as up plus after distribution, your test, your LPS, and then your sign of weakness, right? So this is basically what you want to see. And if you want to know about Wyckoff, you can come to this site, school.stockholmcharts.com. It was discovered by the Richard Wyckoff, right, in the early 20th century. So you can see all about it, the 5 steps, the opposite man, the price cycles, the 3 Wyckoff flows, the analysis of trading, Wyckoff schematics, the distribution, all right, all of that. So you can read all this to know in details what all these things mean, right? What all those things mean, right? You can read it in details to explain the meaning of PSY, preliminary supply, right? You have your automatic rally, your buying climax, your secondary test, right? All those things, sign of weakness, and all right, SOW, last point of supply, and all of that, right? So that is what all these things mean, right? Or you can read all of that in the site here. But the idea of this video is to show you how you can apply all these things to making profit and to making your trading. So basically, you want to see this pattern play out after a prolonged uptrend, right? So you want to see this play out after a prolonged uptrend, right? So you can zoom. Let me bring this down a bit, right? Right. So you want to see this thing form after a prolonged uptrend. So you can bring our call out to here. So you see after an uptrend, right? The previous one was after a downtrend. So you want to see this schematic form after an uptrend. From the market is making an uptrend, maybe, right, on the smaller time frame. Maybe I've done your analysis and you expect the market to sell, and then it gets to your point of interest, right? The market comes into your higher time frame point of interest. That's when you're looking at to see Wyckoff before taking your sell. That means when the market is trending upwards, you want to see the markets come into your point of interest, maybe a higher time frame. If this is a daily time frame, maybe daily is doing something like this, and you want to maybe daily break structure, right, by closing below this previous low, and then it's coming to form a lower high. You know how that is. So now you're looking at for a sell opportunity, right? So you saw your break of structure at this point. This is the daily time frame now. You saw your break of structure here because market closed below the last lower high, sorry, higher low, and now you're looking at for a sell opportunity in this area. Or maybe you draw your support or resistance, or this case maybe you want to take your sell from here. So now you cannot enter a sell just like that. You have to wait for this Wyckoff distribution schematics to form on the maybe 15 minutes, the 30 minutes, the 1 hour, and so on. So you can become your sell. You can have your sell confirmation. So basically, use distribution and accumulation on the smaller time frame to see the change of structure. All right, so you can make your entries with this. You want to see this form to you confirm right. This is going to sell. So you want to see this in your 1 minute, your 5 minutes, your 3 minutes, your 15 minutes, even your 1 hour. Right. So that is basically why we use this. We use it to confirm our entries. Use it to be sure that all right, this market is going to go down. You want the confirmation before entering this trade, right? So that is basically what all of this is about. So as I say, after an uptrend, right? Maybe the market has finished trending upwards, maybe 1 hour, 30 minutes, and about, and you want to enter a sell. So you want to see this thing from, you want to see your your PSY, your primary support, supply zone. You want to see your BC, you want to see your ST, all of this and all of this. You want to see all this form of, and remember that this box here happens to be your resistance, right? Your resistance area. So all this area is your resistance area. All this area here, resistance. So we can label that, right, so to be clearer. So this area is your resistance and the area below is your support. So this is your resistance, right? It's your resistance. This area here is your resistance, this point here. And down here is your support, the same concept of the previous video. Please do well to watch the video on accumulation. It's in the video section. Just go there. I think I'm attaching the link to this video so you can watch it as well and make the most out of it, right? So this is a support, right? So this area here is a support, this box area. So you can extend this line so you can see it clearly. This is a support, and this is a resistance, right? This is a resistance, right? Because why you saw the market reject around. So now, how do you trade this? So basically, you want to see your PSY, you want to see all these players, you want to see your UT, you want to see all the form support below, and then this is your area of interest. You're looking out for this UTAD and this test. This is where you're interested to make your interest. That means you want to see this UTAD. I use this UTAD should take out this high, take out all the highs, right? Grab all this liquidity here, and then come down into the resistance region. So this is why you should make your first entry. That means when the UTAD happens, you should be entering at the test. So can bring out your short too, right? You use your resistance that was broken. This is a test. So you can simply, okay, let me enter myself. Where am I entering? Where am I looking at? Right. So you can bring it yourself. You can take yourself after you find that UTAD to give you that little drawdown entry, and your stop should be where? Your stop should be above where? Above the UTAD, above the last high form. So you can enter the test. When the market comes to test this region, the test this region, right, which you have done. So enter your sell here with your stop loss a bit below the UTAD, right? So in case the market eventually breaks above this UTAD, you know that the market may continue rallying up. So you want to enter at the test, and then the TP should be maybe you're expecting this support to break, so you can put your first TP at the support here and then extend it, and that is not the real point of this video. Video is to tell you when to make your entries, when to get those little to the entry. So you can enter at the test with your stop loss above the UTAD, right? That's the first way. Or then you can wait for the market to break this zone below, to break all these lows, and then you enter as the sign of weakness at this SOW. So if you're not entering with this UTAD, if you maybe miss the entry the UTAD, right? You want to enter at this point here at the SOW, right? So, and when it breaks this support, this area, you want to enter at the sign of weakness, you want to enter at the test of this support region that was broken. So you can see if you miss that entry at the top, you can enter here, right? So your stop loss, the best place to put your stop loss should be above this region here, somewhere above here, or the safest place. You do your stop loss will be quite large. Know that this is a 15 minutes time frame, may not be so large. This is a smaller time frame, right? Because you want to see this Wyckoff on a smaller time frame. So you can simply enter here. The best way to put your stop loss is here, but for equities management sake, you can put your stop loss above this LPS here to avoid, because if it comes above here, it more likely take you out. So you can put your stop loss around there, above this point, depending on the time frame. This 1 minute, the best place to put your stop loss is all the way up here. But if it's a bigger time frame, maybe 1 hour, 30 minutes, you can put it above this LPS. Or if you wish, you can just put it somewhere inside, maybe a bit inside. This is just the best place to put your stop loss, right? So you're entering at after the market has broken this support region, after all this has broken all this, so you're entering at the test, at the sign of weakness. You're entering here. Market has broken all this and it's coming back to test this zone before continue running down, right? So we want to enter at this sign of weakness, and then your stop loss should be above the LPSY. That is the last point of some supply, and then you take your sell down. So for me, I like the best entry, I think, is at this point, because we're having the little drawdown, just a little small stop loss, and then you're making a large amount of money with this little risk, right? So that's basically how to trade Wyckoff distribution. You wait for this thing to form on the higher time frame, and then you wait for this schematics to form, and then you take your sell with a smaller time frame, right? So this will be our last video for the year 2021. We thank you for your support. We thank you for being part of us. Please like this video, subscribe to the channel, and if you want to join my mentorship program, it goes for just $50, and it's going to increase by the 1st of January 2022. So if you want to be part of my mentorship program, do well to join. To hit the link in the description. Please don't forget to subscribe to this channel, and we'll see you in the next video. Have a wonderful festive period, and see you in the new year. Bye bye.